What's up, Eastern Oregon? This is Max McCullough from the men's basketball team at EOU, and you're watching Eastern Oregon Live Sports with Dodzy.
What is up, Eastern Oregon? This is Dodzy, and this is your sports show for Monday, March 15th, 2021. Monday. Shake those Mondays out. Let's get it going. Before we even get this thing started, let me give a quick shout out to my girl, Bev Slater, two-time CCC Player of the Week, just announced today for this week. And then, of course, my man, Max McCullough, CCC Basketball Player of the Week. Let's go. Got a baby, Maxie boy. This is all brought to you by Northwest Furniture and Mattress right here in LeGrand. Big red rocking chair off of Adams on Elm Street. You can't miss it. They want to make you comfortable in your own home, so go check out their website and go check out their showroom. Big weekend for EOU again. I mean, EOU sports, they're rolling, man. We're rolling again. Basketball team got 2 this weekend. That's my boys. Let's go. If you want to follow Eastern Oregon University sports, go to EOUsports.com. They got the schedule right across the top. They got all the teams, all the rosters, everything. Go check them out. They got a lot of good stuff going on right now at EOU. My first guest today, he's a LeGrand High School kid. He's a 3-sport athlete. He's a phenomenal kid. Every time I've talked to him, it's been wonderful. I met him during basketball season. He just signed a letter of intent and committed with EOU cross country and track and field, which means that he'll be running for the legendary Ben Welch. He'll also be teammates with my editor, Bennett. I mean, this small circle is so cool. It's Christian Mendoza. Here we go. What is up, Eastern Oregon? This is Dodgy with Eastern Oregon Live Sports, and I am here with LeGrand High School senior and recent EOU cross country and track and field commit, Christian Mendoza. What's up, buddy?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good, man. I see that you're going to follow in your dad's footsteps and go to EOU.
Yep, it's in the genes.
Yeah, it should. Your dad was a heck of a football player at EOU. His
Yeah.
name's in the record book in a couple places.
Yeah, no, he was. I mean, when you look at there's no West Coast offense, there was no nothing. So
yeah,
put up the numbers that he did back then was pretty impressive.
Especially, yeah. There's no doubt about that. So I'm gonna just basically start it off the way I started off with just about everybody. Why'd you choose EOU?
My dad had a big part in it. I'm a big family guy, but the biggest thing, and I would love staying home, but the biggest thing was Coach Ben and the crew over there. I ran with Ben's son Bennett in high school, so that was a big factor. And just overall, Ben has just always been kind of around me and in my ear and giving me advice. And so he's produced so many good athletes too. So it was kind of once EOU contacted me, there was no doubt in my mind. I kind of wanted to go there.
Right. Ben is a great dude. And Bennett is my editor.
Yeah. No, he's been doing all that tech stuff for the longest time. So.
Yeah, he's the editor here. He's a good kid, man, and he's going to be a heck of a runner too. I mean, he's in his freshman year right now, and he came into it at a weird time. You know, like I couldn't wish that on anybody. Like this whole pandemic, trying to figure out and then you have all this pressure trying to figure out what you're going to do with your life, and then if you're going to have a track meet the next week or a cross-country meet, you never know. Everything's constantly up in the air. What's your goals at EOU?
I mean, I'm competitive, so to be the best runner to come out of EOU. I mean, I want to
crush some Navarro records or what?
Yeah, I mean, I know Alex, I know Nick, I know all those guys that went there, and I know through them I can do all things. So And I know with Ben, I feel like I'm pretty underdeveloped still. So I mean, I'm pretty new to this sport too. So I mean, I really do think that if I listen to the right people and if I train the right ways, then only positive things should happen.
Well, yeah, and then when you get into college, most of the time, you're only doing one sport too. I consider cross country and track kind of one sport,
Yeah.
and then you can start molding your body to that sport because at the next level, it takes that. You know what I mean? Like you have to start molding your body. Like in high school, you can get by just being an athlete.
Yeah.
But at the next level, you got to start molding your body to whatever event you're doing in track or to whatever sport you're playing. And you'll see that as that starts to take shape, things just get better and better. You know what I mean? And one thing about being an athlete that I think people forget is I feel like we have a responsibility to ourselves as athletes to set the bar high, right? I mean, what's the point in competing if you're not going to set the bar high? I don't go out there and try to let a guy get a hit off me if I'm pitching.
Yeah.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Like but I think like the generation before you, so I would consider them millennials. Mm-hmm. Like your generation is not millennials. I feel like that kind of across the board, they kind of like drop the standard for athletes. I mean, because we got into that time where it was like, oh, everybody gets a trophy, and and I'm neither here nor there on that, but I do feel like there is a little gap in there, and I feel like it's coming back around to talking to kids nowadays, and they're just like, yeah, I want to win. Exactly. Good. That's what you're supposed to do.
No, I find it a disservice at times to get something like a participation trophy or anything like that. I can't. I mean, that's automatic, like going in the garbage or going somewhere where I can't see that. But
right,
I don't know. That's just always how
I have a picture of my son. My son's going to turn 15 here in 2 weeks. He's a freshman in high school. He goes over on the west side of the state.
Okay,
but I have a picture of him when he was like 12, I think, right around 12. And I was coaching him in baseball, and we were in a big tournament, and he played top level baseball. He's a lefty. He's really good. And he's standing there with the second place trophy in his hand, and it looks like somebody took a dump in his cereal that morning. He was so mad, dude. He was done. Like he did not want that picture. He did not want that trophy. He wanted nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
And I think that's the attitude. Like you win when you have the attitude like that. Like, if you don't settle for second, you win.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you like pineapple on pizza?
Kind of, yeah.
You'll eat it?
I would say so. Yeah, I do. I like it.
What's your favorite kind of food?
Wings or tacos.
Tacos are mine.
Yeah, I mean, Raoul's. I go to Raoul's all the time.
I had Raoul's 2 nights ago. Fish tacos.
Yeah,
I love their fish tacos, and I love their carne asada quesadilla with that creamy jalapeno. We're sitting here giving Raoul's a free plug.
I know
on my show. So as for this year, we're doing winter sports last, right? So you're basically going cross country, track and field, basketball.
Yeah.
Defending GOL champions in basketball.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, we lost to Baker early in the season. We looked rough early in the season last year. I'm not gonna lie. I was actually kind of surprised. Not surprised because I believe in Corolla and what he's doing, but I was pleasantly surprised that we beat Baker in the championship. Now they lost their top guy, right? He's gone.
Yeah,
he was a senior.
Yeah.
So as for the GOL, tell me a little bit about basketball. What that's going to look like. It's going to be a short season, no state championships.
I'm just excited just to play, honestly. Basketball has always been, since I guess first, second grade, has always been my number one. And it took a while for me to, I guess, realize that I don't know, I was becoming more of a track and cross country athlete. But through everything, I was a basketball player, and I would play on really good teams, and we'd win a lot of championships. And so when it came to not even, I mean, I don't know. I mean, last year was a struggle at the start, but the thing I love about Carollo and the thing I love about our guys right now is there wasn't one time throughout that season where we just quit on ourselves. And so I can always bet against no. I mean, I don't know. I'm just excited just to go to work with those guys and have fun. And no matter, I mean, if no state championship, no nothing, still give everybody a run for their money.
You got to play for your teammates at that point, right?
Yeah.
For your coach or for yourself. If there's no championship. But one of the things that I really like about this basketball team is the GOL championship last year. So it's going to bring more people into the gym, and that's one of the things that really frustrated me last year is when I went to LeGrand in the late 90s, that gym was packed all the time. Every home basketball game, that gym was packed. And one of the things that frustrated me about last year was the lack of support there. And I think that you guys are your class and the class before you, the GOL champs last year are rebuilding that and giving some good stepping stones for these kids that are coming up to have more fans in that building, because I think it's a huge advantage to have, you saw it at Baker. We had a lot of people there, but they had a ton. And that's what we need at our home games in LeGrand. And it needs to get back to those, late 90s when we were winning the IMC and we had, 8 guys on the team that could dunk, and it was exciting. And I think that we're in the right direction for that.
Yeah. And I mean, we got great upcoming guys, Sam, Logan, all of those guys that will play a key piece this year. And so just going forward, I mean, it's crazy that they still have 2 more years after this. And so this will be
they're all babies, huh? That whole class.
I know. It is a little crazy.
That's a pretty gifted class though, man.
Yeah, I mean, baseball, football, they're pretty good at everything.
Across the board. So why didn't you follow in your dad's footsteps with football?
Man, so 3rd grade through 8th grade, I played football. And I would say like I had good hands, and I would I loved just playing receiver, and I loved just the thought of just like following in my dad's footsteps. But I was always fixated on basketball. And then when I moved from the Tri-Cities to LeGrand my upcoming freshman year, it was kind of a decision between football and cross country. And I knew football would be much more of a commitment. And so when I was in cross country, I'd be going to every basketball open gym. And I mostly did freshman year cross country just to stay in shape for basketball. And I didn't really think I was pretty good at cross country my freshman year, but I just wanted to, I don't know, I was just so fixated on basketball. But it was definitely hard, I think.
Your dad's quite a bit taller than you, right?
Oh yeah. No, he grew when he went into college. I mean, he's 6'2", pretty big.
Wait, he didn't have his growth spurt till he went to college?
He was like 6 foot, 5'11", I don't know, when he went into college and grew about 2 or 3 more inches.
So you there's a possibility that you're going to get a little bit more height out of this.
I hope so, man.
That'll help with cross country and track, man.
Oh yeah, no, it definitely will. Longer strides, a little bit longer.
Absolutely. Everything. Yeah. So football was kind of out of the question as soon as you realized that you could run. Yeah,
and then it also was just like, I don't know if I was obsessed with the contact when I was that young too. I didn't like getting hit that much, especially. I don't know. And I was super undersized. I've grown at least 7 or 8 inches in high school alone. So I was just little in middle school. Yeah. So it was like, I could catch just about everything, but I didn't like to play cornerback and get popped by an oversized running back at the time. So
I love the fact that you're honest about that, because most people aren't. I mean, they'll just say, I don't really like football, but the reality of it is they don't like getting hit. And so my son that I just told you about, I'm trying to kind of quietly get him to not play football, but not tell him that I don't want him to play. Yeah. Because I mean, football is vicious, man. There's bad injuries and he's left-handed, and I'm just like, dude, you have a way better chance at going somewhere in life, like in athletically, in baseball. As a lefty, I mean, it's like, come on. And I agree with you. I mean, me on the other hand, I don't like getting hit, but I like hitting people.
Yeah.
So football, I mean, I only played at LeGrand. I only played my freshman and senior year because I was a baseball player, and that's what I focused on, and I didn't want to get hurt. They finally Sean White was up there at the time, and he convinced me to play football my senior year, and I had fun, but it's not my.
I would think that same thing too. Like I wouldn't mind going out there running routes and catching balls, and I still like going out and doing stuff like that. But when it comes to like, I mean, I'm fine getting hit now, but just at the time, like I don't really like it. I mean, I'm like you, like I would much rather hit somebody than get hit. So.
Yeah. So that your class, man, your class only has 3 seniors on the football team. I
know. It's small.
Your class is just, compared to last year, 22 kids. I mean, I feel like your class is like kind of like not, and I hate to say it like this, but like a victim. Your class has fell victim to the internet, man, or something.
Yeah, no, I mean, they played, I don't know. I think we have a few good upcoming classes. Like we balled out against Nissa on Thursday or whatever.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know. Mac's such a good coach, so I think no matter what he gets, he's gonna produce well.
So is your cross country coach and your track coach the same person?
No, so cross country is Alma Crow, and then track, I have my individual coach Wade Wright. He works at the school, and but Mr. Wolcott is now the
Wolcott, the quiet assassin.
Yep, he's now the. You
can't get that dude to say about 3 words on camera.
I know. I love him. He's a great guy.
So they hooked you up with some gear. Let me see that. Pan down a little bit.
Just a little EOU shirt. I've had this one
nice.
for a while.
Hey, that's still cool.
I know. Hopefully soon though.
Raise your head back up just a little bit.
That better?
So you're more even with me. Just look on the screen and see how low your head is.
I know.
There you go. There, that's much better. Okay, so a few more, we'll get you out of here. You got your phone near you?
Yeah.
Grab it. What's the first song on your playlist?
The first song.
Don't lie. Even
Father,
if it's like Puff the Magic Dragon or something weird.
Father Stretch My Hands, Part 1 by Kanye West.
Kanye West? Is that on his new album?
No, this one's a long time. I've been into a whole bunch of old Kanye stuff.
See, I'm not a big Kanye fan. I think he's weird, man. I am a hip hop dude, though.
He's weird now. He's real weird now, but
you like the old Kanye, like when
I like a lot. I mean, I like Tame Impala a lot. I like just a little bit fast paced stuff that I can also like slow it down and listen to John Denver and John Mayer. I have a pretty diverse, I guess, music group.
Oh, me too. I love music. I think we need music to survive. I think it's a key part of everyday life. There's music for all different emotions. There's music for all different moods, and there's music that can manipulate your mood. And I think music is key.
I think
so. So next year we're gonna see you as a Mountie. That's like I said, that probably made your parents really happy.
No, financially too.
For sure, it makes sense. And you're probably gonna get a little bit of money out of track and cross country eventually. I don't know if you are. I don't.
Yeah, I did.
Good. I mean, as you should. And I think you're going to do really well under Ben. Ben's great, dude. I mean, so he's been coaching there for 30 years, man. I mean, anybody that lasts that long is doing something right. And they're sending people to nationals. You know, we had, I think, 5 people at indoor nationals this year?
Yeah, in such a shortened season. Too.
Yeah.
They didn't get to run any meets indoors, too. It was an indoor.
Right. It was
all everything outdoor.
Yeah.
So,
but they killed it. We had 2 distance runners. And I think they both All-American.
Yeah, they're both All-Americans. So.
Yeah, Michelle Herbis and Hunter Nichols. They both All-Americans. So I mean, this team is going to be solid in the future with Benny coming in and you, and it's exciting. I've never really paid that much attention to cross country until my oldest daughter started doing it, and because it's a really hard sport to watch.
No, it really is. My dad says my dad being a football player, basketball player, he used to tell me like when he was in college, he never even fixated on any sort of cross country anything.
Right.
So when I started doing the sport, he became more invested. But
of course.
But now it's like I'll still see him once a race or something like that. When I turn a corner, I'll maybe see him. But besides that, I won't see him for the whole time.
Right. I remember telling my daughter, it's like I get to see you 3 times if I'm good.
Yeah.
That's if I'm good. If I get to the right spots to be able to see you.
Yeah.
And then with track and field, I finally figured out kind of a system, because if my daughter was a sprinter and a jumper, and usually they do the sprints at the beginning and the jumps at the end of the meet. At least over there they did. So it's like there's like 4 hours in between their events. So it's like trying to find that. They're both really tough sports to watch, but once you get involved in them and start paying attention, they're super fun.
No, and my dad always says like it's a good 5 hours just to waste your time and just watch a track meet or something like that. But
I don't think it's wasting time.
Yeah, I think it. I mean, he'll just go out there and he'll just watch, and he says he enjoys it. But
nice. So, if you had to choose one or the other, what would you choose? You either have to be blind for the rest of your life or deaf for the rest of your life.
Oh, that's so tough.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd probably be deaf. At least being able to see things. It definitely would help with. I could definitely still run, but I don't think if I was blind, I don't know how much I could run. Maybe on a treadmill or something. It would be tough, but
and if you're deaf, you can still communicate. I mean, it's not. Yeah. I mean, people know ASL. Blind, you just couldn't see.
You just couldn't see anything. Exactly.
That would suck. So as for when you go to college, what's your major going to be? What do you want to do?
I do an OTP class at the high school, so an education class.
You want to be a teacher?
So, I mean, both of my parents are teachers. It's just one of those things, like, I don't necessarily know if I want to be a teacher, but my major right now would probably be education if I would have to choose one, at least for a semester or a year.
Just to try to figure out if it's something that do you have any other aspirations, like, after college? Like,
I have a business pathway at the Grand, so I've done a lot of stuff with Corollo, so I enjoy business marketing. I like selling things. So,
well, maybe we need to get you down here and get you on an internship or something.
Yeah, I mean, this whole summer I played a lot with Max McCullough. So
dude. Yeah, Max is my dude, man.
We would talk a lot about the show and everything.
Yeah, Max was with us for almost a year, and he just we tried to pay him and he wouldn't take it. Max is a good person to emulate, dude. I'm so glad to hear that you hung out with him because that dude is solid. He is so solid.
Yeah, no, he's
going to end up being like 30 by the time his college basketball career is over. He's going to be in a walker on the sideline. He's going to be a player coach.
No,
he's a good dude, man. All right, so I'm super excited. I'm glad you decided to stay at Eastern. One of my things is I love seeing Tigers at Eastern.
I do too.
And I talked with CC Aguilera, the soccer player, and because I'm starting to reach out to high school kids again because we got sports back finally. Yeah. And one of the things I told her, and she committed to it, and I mean, you don't have to commit to it, but I want to see this, like. People from the 70s all the way through the early 2000s at LeGrand High School, there was a saying that we always said, and it's kind of gone by the wayside. Well, she committed to bring it back with the soccer girls, and I want to see what you think about it. So all sports teams, it was a chant. And basically, you just, when you get in your circle to break, one person says, "What kind of day is it?" And then everybody else, "It's a great day to be a fighting Tiger." And I've never heard that at a game in the last 10 years, probably.
I'll bring that back.
Bring it back. That. Yeah. So one person says, "What kind of day is it?" And then everybody else is in the circle, and "It's a great day to be a fighting Tiger." Boom, break.
Yep.
Yeah. That was our. I mean, even people in the 70s at LeGrand High School were doing that. So I'd love to see that come
all
back.
These things from the 70s to the 90s, and it's like. There was so much more rah at LeGrand, and I sometimes wish we did have more of that, but
bring that chant back on the basketball team. I don't know if you could really do it with cross country, but you could.
Yeah. The basketball team for sure would be a good one.
All right, so you're going to Vail today to run?
Yep.
Good luck, man. Let's go.
Thank you.
Eastern Oregon. He's LeGrand High School senior Christian Mendoza. He just committed to EOU cross-country track and field. I'm Dodsey, and we're out. I appreciate you.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Great interview. Great kid, man. I love it. It's going to be cool to follow that kid. He's got a lot of heart. He's got a lot of drive. He's a heck of an athlete. One of the things that I'm going to do outside of a quarterly fundraiser is anytime there's somebody local that can tie into sports in any way that is doing positive things in our community, I'm going to reach out to them and I'm going to bring them on my show. So without further ado, here is the Alpha at FitToBeAlpha, which is his new clothing line and company that basically says we're going to do the right thing all the time and we're going to push to be alpha dogs. He's none other than EOU football alumni and local Skylar Williams. Here it is. What's up, Eastern Oregon? This is Dodsey with Eastern Oregon Live Sports, and I am here with EOU grad. He works out at Legacy Ford. And, I mean, it popped into my head. I was like, one of the things that I really want to start doing with my sports show to show how grateful I am to this community is reaching out to people that are, young in entrepreneurship and just, trying to make moves and waves in the community positive wise. And so it was pretty easy for me to choose this guy to bring him on to the show. This is Skylar Williams. What's up, buddy?
How you doing today?
I'm good, man. I remember the first time I met you out there at the dealership, you had that Steelers helmet on your on your desk.
Raider Nation.
Yeah, why'd you have the Steelers helmet then?
We share desks sometimes. We have enough sales guys, not enough desks, but remodels coming soon, hopefully. So
nice. I'm a Chargers dude, so I can't.
I can't hate on you, Justin Herbert, man. Can't hate on them.
So let's. Did you grow up here in LeGrand?
No, I'm originally from Fernley, Nevada, which is about 15 minutes outside of Reno, Nevada. So most people don't know where Fernley is, so I just say I'm from Reno.
I've never heard of it.
Never heard of it. It's you blink when you're going to Reno and you're through Fernley, just like that. I would say about 80 miles outside of Winnemucca going to Reno.
Okay, so I had relatives that lived in Gardnerville.
That is more towards the Carson City area. Past that, another 45 minutes an hour.
So, did you come to LeGrand to go to EOU?
Yeah, Coach Camp recruited me. Went up, came here, played football. Met my fiance and stayed here since then. So,
is she a local girl?
She is born and raised. Her family practically started Eastern Oregon. It feels like
I knew one of you two were local. I just didn't know for sure.
No,
you played at EOU same time as like Jay Hearn and Billingsley. What Billingsley was probably at the end of his career, right?
Nope, Jay Hearn was at the end of his career. His senior year was my freshman year. Definitely one of those guys I looked up to a lot during. He kind of took me under his wing, and then I played with Jace Billingsley for about 1 or 2 years, and then he went and did his thing.
Pretty tough receivers to play.
Oh man,
you're a receiver too, right?
We were lined up out there. I was like, I'm never gonna get to play. I had all those dudes there.
So tell me a little bit about FitToBeAlpha. How did it start?
It originally came from my obsession with wolves. I have wolves. I have wolf tattoos and stuff like that. And the idea of just a pack, the pack is a family. It strives off each other. And the alpha is usually the strongest, the biggest, the fastest, but it's also the most caring, the one that will put himself above all, or put the pack above all else. So I kind of just rolled with the whole FitToBeAlpha thing. It takes a lot of work to become an alpha. So I just went with it, put a trademark on it, and just rolled with it.
What inspired it? Like your love of fitness, or like?
Yeah, growing up, I was always that skinny kid that not very many people, or that very many people were making fun of because how small I was, and I just wanted to become the actual alpha and become the biggest guy there. So I ended up just working out, love of wolves, the love of working out. It just all came together finally.
So when we talk about being like alpha, that's not just in the gym. That's how you carry yourself too, I take it.
Oh yeah. When it comes to being an alpha, you have to not just only lead by example, but everything you do in life, you have to be able to be a leader, and I learned that big time from Coach Camp. We're, as an EOU football player, you were looked to not only on the field, but off the field. You had to carry yourself at a higher manner. You had to do as if Coach Camp was right beside you the entire time. So being an alpha is the same way. You have to make sure that you're respectful at all times. You're taking care of others, is just an alpha thing at that point.
Right. Speaking of Coach Camp and football, what's your greatest EOU football memory?
Oh man, that's tough.
Yeah.
I think
put you on the spot.
Yeah, that's tough. I would say probably my game against Western personally. I think I had 2 touchdowns and 200 yards as a first-time starter. But overall, that run we made in 2016 was unbelievable, and I was blessed to be a part of that team. So that's another huge accomplishment in my book.
Yeah. Who's the quarterback for your first start?
Zach Barlow, Zach Barlow, the original QB1 himself.
Nice. So what goes through your mind when you hear Bob Seger now?
Oh man, I can't. It'd be playing at Legacy Ford, and I just go over there and I want to turn it off because Bob Seger's so dead to me. Waking up at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning to go to early conditionings or something like that, and just walking into Bob Seger, turn the page. You're like, oh God, not this.
Here we go again.
It happened every single day for 5 years I was there, plus the 1 year I was coaching. So Bob Seger's out of my playlist completely at this point.
Luke Thomas text. He told me that he's a senior up there now. He's a lineman.
Uh-huh.
He said that Camp bought 6 copies of Seger's greatest hits just so he would have backups in case one went missing.
When I was originally there, the original Bob Seger CD was so old that it was skipping, and Coach Camp still wouldn't allow us to skip the next song because we would just turn the page, turn. It was horrible, so bad.
What a great dude, though, man. What a great what a great guy for this community.
Oh man, Coach Camp. I still live by some of his sayings. The biggest one I use, especially when I'm starting to work out with some of these buddies and stuff like that, is excuses or results. You can't have both. You can either have an excuse or you can have the results. And I use that all the time while I'm in the gym working out with a couple of these dudes. Is you can make up an excuse or you can make the results happen. So
yeah, absolutely, man, absolutely. So as for Fit to Be Alpha, obviously we'll put the website down in the description for the show. What do you got on the website? Give us a little synopsis.
We got a hat with the logo on it. We got a couple of long sleeve shirts, hoodies, short sleeves. We got even women apparel. I just dropped some leggings an hour ago or so. So I'm trying to make sure I hit both markets between men and women. It's not just athletic apparel. It's going to be just everyday life. And, you can get anything from a hoodie to a hat. So social media wise, where can we find Fit to Be Alpha? At FitToBeAlpha, or at Skylar W2014. Both of those are linked to my same account. So, I'll be posting every single day, try to make this brand bigger than me itself.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that, the whole alpha persona is being targeted at that point between, the guys that have been supporting me and everything else. So
is the goal to eventually this to be a career? Is it you want to move into eventually being an entrepreneur and doing some sort of fitness stuff with Fit to Be Alpha?
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I want to be able to expand on the brand a lot. Biggest thing is just I want to get to the point where most of my proceeds are going to be donated to charities. Huge suicide awareness advocate. So hopefully at some point when I start actually making a little bit of money on it, I can actually start donating it to causes bigger than the actual brand.
Do you have a wedding coming up soon?
I do. September is when the date's set. Between work, my brand, wedding is it's crazy right now. And I wouldn't have it any other way. 2020 was a tough year, but 2020 was definitely looking up.
I like the fact that things are finally starting to open up a little bit. It helps me a lot too. Not just because of the sports, but just because I really enjoy like being like last year. I was with the basketball team like at EOU all the time. I mean, they're my dudes. And then this season I haven't got to be with them at all, and it's like I get messages, like, man, we miss you. Yeah, me too. Like. I'm ready for things to open up, man. Seriously.
Yeah, the huge part about being a Mountie is being able to go back into the locker room and talk to some of those dudes. Go talk to Coach Camp, Coach Woody, and the coaching staff. It's tough being around this area and not being able to go reminisce in the locker room with a couple of guys, kind of catching up with the rest of them. I do it every once in a while. Kai Quinn and them live around where I live, so it's cool catching up with most of them, but it's not the same of being in the locker room and possibly your Bob Seger at that point.
No, I got football dudes that live across the street from me too. So I mean, I still get a little bit of contact with the football guys, but EOU has a no public policy still going on right now to protect the students and the athletes, and I fall under that. Even though I'm media, I fall under no public, and I get it. But it's slowly starting. We're slowly starting to see things change a little bit. Like I was up at EOU last week for the first time in a year.
Jeez.
For an LHS soccer game because we stream them on here. So things are starting to open up a little bit. Do you like pineapple on pizza?
No, I'm a pepperoni bacon kind of guy, or all meat. I don't mess with the vegetables at all to this day. As much as the fitness I'm into, I still don't mess with the
If you're going to eat pizza, you may as well go all out,
you
right?
might as well have all the meats at,
Yeah, I don't want spinach or – no.
Don't.
If I want spinach, I'll have a salad.
Exactly. I don't want no onions put on my pizza. I don't want no bell peppers put on my pizza, man. You better give me straight meat, pepperoni, bacon, anything like that. Local Harvest be making the best. Oh, that what is it? The carnivore. Ooh,
the carnivore.
Oh my!
Nice.
2 pieces and I'm knocked out. I'm done.
So let's take a second and shout out your dudes. I mean, you sent me a picture with a bunch of guys that have been, instrumental, obviously, in this FitToBeAlpha thing. Let's shout them out.
I want to shout out first off to my fiance Kendall. She's been, it's been tough on her. I'm constantly on my computer coming up with new products. She's giving me her input. So shout out definitely to my fiance Kendall. But the dudes that have been there for me have been Jake Comfort, Brandon Cedarholm, Caleb Bowen, Caden Chandler, Cam Smith, dudes like that who really just bought into my brand. They most of my gear that had been purchased had been through those guys right now. So I'm very, very thankful for all those people I just named off, and I couldn't do any of this without them. Definitely not my family or anything like that down in Nevada. So
nice. And one of the things I saw Parker Robinson at Safeway, and he was rocking a FitToBeAlpha shirt. I said something to him about it, and he was excited about it. And I think one of the things that people need to recognize and remember is FitToBeAlpha is not just a fitness thing; it's a lifestyle, right? I mean,
it's a lifestyle. It's waking up every day to better yourself in some way. If you wake up and you hit the gym, that's great. If you wake up and you go to work and you know that you're getting better somehow, some way, whether that's making more money to pay your bills, provide for your family, you're an alpha at that point. You're doing anything and everything you can to provide for those you care about. So
yeah, and to tie into that, one of the things that I live by is every day I try to do something for somebody that I either don't know or that I know can't pay me back.
Yeah, and that ties together with an alpha thing. You're doing
absolutely
for others. I go work out at 5:30 every single morning with my guys, and there's nothing better than seeing my boy Jake Comfort walk in with the biggest smile on his face, knowing that he's getting better somehow, some way, and it's awesome to see him in there dancing, smiling, losing weight. I think he's down 50 or 60 pounds, which is more than what his goal was. So what
happened to your light? Your light cut off.
Oh man,
somebody cut your light off. Somebody playing a prank on you.
See if there we go.
There you go.
I'm sorry about that.
Somebody sneak in and reach in and
I thought I paid the bill. I swear.
Okay, so we have the website, social media, all this stuff. Do you got your phone with you right now?
I do.
Pick it up.
Got it.
What's the first song on your playlist?
Oh man, first song.
Yep.
Wolves by Big Sean. That's our.
Oh, Big Sean. He's
Big
the one
Sean.
that got in that really bad accident.
I think so.
About 10 years ago, he got in a really bad ski-doo. Or not ski-doo. What is that? Is ski-doo the one on the water?
Yeah, the jet ski.
Yeah, jet ski. Yeah, he got in a really bad jet ski accident. And
I just downloaded that song, and I slap it every single morning on my way to the gym. It's tough waking up at 5 a.m, but as soon as Wolves by Big Sean comes on, or Toxic by Britney Spears, those two songs get me
Toxic.
Toxic, man. Oh man, something about that beat just gets me going, ready for the gym. So
nice. If you were stuck on an island for the rest of your life, and you either had to be by yourself or with somebody who never stopped talking, what would you choose?
Oh man. By myself. As much as I love talking to people, it's better off to talk to yourself sometimes. So,
I always say that you could shut that person up if you had to.
I mean, yeah, but you don't want to. You're
gonna be lonely forever.
It happens, man. At least then I'd be a permanent alpha at that point.
Nice. So you're getting married in September. You just started a new business. You're still working out at Legacy. Eventually, we want to work towards. Do you have what's your degree from EOU? What did you study?
I studied business administration and marketing and management. I couldn't really do the financial side, so I didn't go with that side. So I went with the marketing and managing. I feel like that's my strong suit in life anyway. So I'm glad I went that route.
So in a perfect world, 10 years from now, what are you doing and where you're at?
I'm married, hopefully having kids by then. I don't know if I'm a LeGrand native forever, but it's not bad. It's actually one of the best places to raise a family. So even if this brand takes off and I'm making a little bit of money, I still plan on staying in this area and supporting the local.
So business wise, in 10 years, where are you at?
I'm living life as a FitToBeAlpha CEO at that point. I want this brand to be able to blow up and get bigger than, like I said, me. I want to be able to do things and change people's lives every single day, whether that's donating it, reaching out to people. That's exactly where I want to be in 10 years with this brand.
Yeah, people, kids, everybody. You hear this? This is like model your life after this guy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's what it's all about. I mean, and for you to be so you graduated Eastern in 2018.
Yep.
So what are you? You're about 25?
Yeah, I'm turning 25 in September.
Yeah,
so.
you got your head on straight for a 25-year-old. There's no doubt about that. You got your ducks in a row.
Like I said, 2020 was tough, man. At this point, you can't keep holding back your dreams and stuff like that. You never know what's going to be thrown at you. Another pandemic, something else that happens.
Nice.
So you just got to make sure that every day you're striving for a dream, or you're striving to better yourself in any way, shape, or form. So,
Eastern Oregon. Go see this guy's website, FitToBeAlpha. Follow him on social media. Let's support local. Let's support people that are trying to do positive things in our community.
Mm-hmm.
This is a EOU football alum, a local. He works out at, like I said, at Legacy. You see him around. It's Skylar Williams, Eastern Oregon. I appreciate your time, man.
Hey, thank you so much, Dawg. I really appreciate you reaching out to me, and this means a lot.
Awesome,
man.
Good. Man, thanks, Skylar. That was great. I support you 100% in everything that you're doing. Let's go, man. Let's be alphas in this life. Why not? Eastern Oregon, like I said, I'm grateful for you. None of this is possible without the Daggett family and Northwest Furniture and Mattress. Like I said, man, they're just a stand-up family. They support all kinds of things in this community. So let's support them. Let's make the circle complete. I bring you these shows. You support them. They support me. And that's how it works. And I am so grateful for people like the Daggett family. I'm grateful for everybody in Eastern Oregon that tunes in, that shares, that likes, that, subscribes, does all that hunky-dory social media stuff. It's appreciated, Eastern Oregon. That's all I got on a Monday. Dodsy, and I'm out.